says H, on that second line there, where it says H, you're going to fill in whether the graph has shifted right or left. Okay? Okay, so next to the H, that's the value that determines whether the graph has shifted right or left. Then we also talked about moving the graph up and down, and that was changing our Y values, okay? Up and down, okay? That is this K here, right underneath the H. And that's your up and down translation. So H and K's are like translations. Remember when we did all those different transformations, the 4 different ones? Translations was just moving things right and left and up and down. Okay, that's what H and K are. Here, A is going to kind of be like our dilation. Remember when we had a K factor, and if K equals something greater than 1, we were making the thing bigger. And if K equals something between 0 and 1, like if it was 1/2, we were making the shape smaller. Do you remember that? Okay. So this value here, this A, is kind of like our dilations, but instead of calling it a dilation, we call it a vertical stretch or shrink. So on the top one, it's a vertical. If you could put the word vertical in there. Stretch or shrink. So now if I'm reading your page from the top to bottom, it says A value determines whether the graph has vertically stretched or shrunk, okay, or just a stretch or shrink. The H value, your H value determines whether the graph has shifted right or left. And then the K value here tells you whether or not it has shifted up or down. We're going to put this together in a minute. I just want to make sure you have your notes. Then it has that weird thing where it says negative x of f of x. And that's going to reflect, be a reflection across the x-axis. Okay, reflection. And then for the one below it where it says f of negative x, that's going to be the reflection across your y-axis. Make sure these notes are clear, because when you take your test, I'm going to let you have this page, and you want to make sure you have this with you. It's going to be very helpful. Okay, so everybody has this all filled in, right? Let's talk about what it means now. So, let's do an example. Look at example 1. It says y is equal to x minus 3 squared plus 2. Okay, let's write that down. Y equals x minus 3 plus 2. All right. I want you to make a note of this, okay? Anything that happens to this x or inside these parentheses affects your x value. Anything that happens inside those parentheses, so maybe make a note. Anything that happens in here affects your x values, okay? Anything that happens out here or out here affects my y values. All this is a way of giving you transformations for a function. It's just the way that they give you transformations for a function. Okay? When it's x minus something or x plus something, you shift in the opposite direction. I kind of think of this as opposite land in here. Okay? So stay with me. If it says x minus 3, you might think, oh, take all my x values and move it -3, right? But it's going to be the opposite of that. You're going to move to the right 3. So this means transform this right by 3 units. Or you could just say right 3. Because it says minus, we're going to move it right. Because right on our graph is positive, right? If we go left, it's negative on our graph. When I'm talking about x values. But then over here, it says plus 2. Okay, that's this. What's k? K means up or down. So that means you're going to go up 2. So all of this whole thing means is that you're going to take your parent function of a parabola. Remember what that looks like? If not, go to the front of your packet and look at it to refresh your memory and go to where it says quadratic, okay, right here, and look at that graph. Make sure you fill those in. Okay? And it looks something like this, right? Okay? And all it's telling you is, hey, that's your pre-image. This is your transformation instructions. Put this thing to the right by 3 units and up 3 units. So you're going to do 2, and then you're going to draw your image. What I would like you to do right now is take out your computers. I want you to go to NC Testing to ask me questions, okay? Where's my friend who had to charge? Are you charging?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to see if it's ready to go, or was it dead? Okay. Why don't you look on his computer for a little bit? Do you mind putting yours in the middle? Okay. I want you to type in y equals x squared first. That's your parent function. And look at that. Should be perfectly centered at the origin. Are you looking at a dead screen? Come on, you get in what you put out. You get out what you put in. All right. What? Now, on another line, I want you to type in this. Okay? With the parentheses and everything. And then on the separate line, because I want you to see the pre-image, and then I want you to see the image. Do you see how it took it and it shifted it and then up 2 units?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you don't see it. You have to turn your computer on in a minute. It's dead? Well, you're right here. Look at it. Emilio, this seems to be a pattern. The guy who comes to class every day with the dead computer. Do you guys see that? I'm starting off a little slow because I really want you guys to see this, okay? Does everybody see it? Don't make me look at everybody's computer. Does everybody see it? Good, good, good. You see that? You see how it moves over and then up 2? Okay. All right, good deal. Let's look at the next example. What's the next one? This one's different. All right, let's look at this one. What does this mean? Y equals negative x minus 3. What is our parent function in this one? What do you see in this one? Is there something cubed? No. What do we see? These bars called absolute value. So our parent function, our pre-image, is the absolute function, okay? Which equals y equals the absolute value of x. So that's your pre-image that you can pop in.
Wait,
Yes?
How do you get the second, like?
Oh, you go to the line below it and graph it separately.
So like,
Yes. Yeah, if you want to do it now, you can pop it in now. Like, you can even do it in a third box to see it. Let me know if you don't see it. Remember when I told you anything that happens inside? When we have absolute values, it's still the same. Anything that happens between these absolute values happens to our x's, okay? So what's happening to our x? If it says -3, what does it really mean? The opposite, +3, right? So we know that we're going to go to the right 3. That's one of our transformations. But then look at this minus on the outside. It's outside, therefore it's going to affect my y values. Now, when you see a negative, you guys, this is really important. It's a reflection. You're either going to have a negative right here, or you're going to have it here. This reflection reflects over which axis? If I want to change my y values, think about this. Stay with me, people. This is important. If I have that point, and I know there's a negative out here, and I have to reflect it in such a way that changes my y values, if I reflect it over my x-axis down here, I'm at 2, -4. Did I change my y value? I'm sorry. I did something wrong. I didn't mean to show you that first. I meant to show you if I reflected over, if I reflected over my x-axis, what would I have here? Did my y value change? No, I kind of gave the answer. But if I reflect this original point over this axis, it's going to reflect over the x-axis. How many people follow that? A little bit? Okay. So when there's a negative outside, it's going to be over the x-axis. When there's a reflection over the x-axis, your y values change. That's what's axis. Okay? And then your other transformation is just reflection over the x-axis. Now, if you plug those into your computer, you should see it. Type them in. Type in y equals the absolute value of x, and then type in absolute value, what the equation was. You see it? Good. Type it in. And you can get rid of the other ones so it doesn't get too noisy. Good, you see it? Yeah. It's really helpful if you plug these in. I know this is a bit of a bear, and not that it's just you maybe, but let's try to. There's a lot of things in life we have to learn, even though we don't want to. How'd you do with it? Something's missing. Oh, take out that -3 in there. Just take out the -3. See, that's your parent function, and zoom in a little bit for me so you can. Now, do you see how it reflected over that axis and how it moved over 3? You can just see it better that way. All right. Guys, go like this if you saw what's happening with the diagram and how it correlates. Give me a thumbs up if you understood it. We're still working, but did you kind of see it? Okay. Let's do another example. Hopefully it'll get a little clearer. Okay, this one is the tough one. I really don't even want to show you this one. Let's not even worry about example 3. That's a hard one. Let's stick to these. Let's look at the next section. A, write the equation of the function with the given transformations. So now they're telling you what the transformations are, and they want to see if you can back into and create the new equation. Okay, so let's try that. I would really like a little bit of participation on this one, okay? So it says we're dealing with a quadratic function, so the x squared function. Okay, we have to reflect it across the x-axis. How do we do that? Reflections are what? What do they look like? Yes? They look like what? The negative outside of the parentheses. Very good. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we have a negative because reflections are those negative signs. Okay, so it's going to be outside of the parentheses. And now I want this thing to go left by 3. Left by 3. Somebody I haven't heard from. What? Yes, we're going to make it say x3. Okay, so it says we want this thing to go 3 to the right. Well, I know everything has to go backwards when it's happening to the x. So we're going to make it say x. I'm sorry, it has to go left 3. So what do we make it? A plus. Plus. Sorry, that's okay. Hey, that's okay. And there's great participation. All right, and then we need it to go down 2. Where does that happen? -2. On the outside here. This is what happens to my y's. My y's going up and down happen out here. Okay? My reflections happen here. Right? This is reflection over the x-axis. So we have three transformations happening here. We have a reflection over the x-axis. We have a shift to the left by 3. And then we have a shift down by 2. Okay? The power is, they told me it was a quadratic function. So my parent function is this. So I have to use that x squared has to remain because what I'm doing is I'm changing x squared. No, it could be any one of those parent functions. That's a great one. If it says quadratic, it's always going to be x squared. Yeah. Now, when we look at the next one, we use a different parent function. Are you guys good with that? Everybody wrote that in? Okay. Let's look at B. Read B for me. What does it say, somebody?
Absolute value function reflect across the y-axis vertically back.
Perfect. So what is my parent function? They told me. Very first 3 words, it says absolute value function. So look at that parent function sheet if you forget what they look like, but we're going to be dealing with this. And that's why we're always going to see absolute values in whatever we're doing. Okay? This time they want us to reflect across the y-axis. Well, when I put the parentheses, when I put the minus outside, it affected my y values, right? So now, if I'm doing the other one, where do you think I want it?
You put the negative sign from the x inside.
In front of the x. Yeah. So now when I am doing my transformation, I'm going to put my reflection in here with my x. Now I want to go left by 3. If I want to go left by 3, what do I have to do to my x? Yeah, but I have to do the opposite, so instead of plus. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong question. Sorry, in this one, my bad, in B, we just have to do that reflection and we have to do a vertical stretch. What did I'm sorry, what did I have to say? Vertical stretches are like what? Dilations. Where did they go? Where on your sheet, where on your notes did it say a stretch happens? A. So where's A? A is out here, so I'm going to put that in there. Okay? The A position. And stretching the Y axis. Now I want you to graph this one because this one's weird. So I want you to graph this and this.
I have a question. How come even when you don't do the negative, it doesn't flip?
Can you get rid of it even when you did it? And then what happened was, let's say out here where you had, let's say the number was 1 and 3. You took this 3 and you multiplied it, and now it's all the way up here. So this thing got really skinny. Does everybody have something that looks like that? Guys, if you're not keeping up, you're gonna get lost. All right. And number C, what do they say the parent functions?
7 up.
No, just the square
Oh.
root. You see that? So they're just telling you which of these 6 we're working with, okay? So it's telling you it's the square root function. Okay, guys, so what does the square root function look like? Y equals the square root of x. That's going to be the first thing we graph. Now we have to make 3 transformations.
-3. Like -7.
Well, -7 up by 2.
It's 9.
Elias, how do I make it go up by 2? What? Look on your sheet.
Wait.
What's the K value? Where does the 9 go? What's that? On the outside, what would you write? Plus, I got you. Plus 9. Okay? Now it says vertical compression. So look up. Both of those in here.
At least I get.
Why?
Wait, we don't get.
Yeah, we're using more practice. Why?
I not get. That's not nice. That's no fair. That means I want to kick this.
Let's look at
Shotgun.
here. This is kind of like your dilation.
Shotgun though.
Graph down. Okay?
Making music gun.
Just like this. And then I might graph the whole thing. Just so I can see it happening in stages. Do me a favor, work on number 1 and 2 with your teammates. See if you can figure it out. This is where you're going to raise hands and I can come around and help people. Okay? I didn't want you to miss that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
So,
Hello? It's don't A talking.
Write it down. Okay? Write it down. How we doing? All right. So what did they give you? They gave you X plus 2, but all the nothing is inside of the X. Everything is outside, there's no parentheses. There's no absolute value, there's no radical. So everything can be considered outside of the X. So that means that plus 2 just means it's happening in the Y, so that just means
All of them are.
and then that negative X is as if it's outside of the bracket, and that'll be a reflection over the X axis. Okay?
And then if there's anything outside of it, don't worry about it. Because it's already working on it. We're on the straight, we're already worried about it. But if it's like plus half, it'll be like, okay.
I got a rotation, a compression, and a reflection of radius.
Wait, so reflection is you just typed it in. How would you know if it was a reflection?
Okay, those of you that don't have your notes, make sure you're writing this down.
I have a question.
You don't want to ask it?
Well, I was just wondering, so.
And this is
Compression, because it's shrinking.
all right.
So X.
Everything's affected.
Okay.
Because only the stuff inside affects. And
Oh,
if there's no inside, consider everything.
okay. So. Because there's nothing inside.
No reflection.
This would be affected over the X.
How we doing? Is in the bathroom?
Wait, so it's linear.
How'd you do it that one?
I just changed the F to the Y.
Oh, wait. I didn't know.
You guys, for the first one, there's no parentheses. There's no absolute value bars. There's no radicand. So how do we know what affects the X or the Y? When those things aren't there, consider everything else there affecting the Y. If things aren't contained in parentheses, absolute value bars, or radicand, it's affecting the Y. Okay?
Check mark, the first one.
Not a rotation. Actually, there's no rotation in this. But that's a reflection. Maybe that's what you meant. And then that's a shift
Oh, it's
up
in the
by
negative.
2.
Okay.
Make sure you're going back and forth between your notes, okay? Okay, my friends, let's bring it up here. First of all, how many transformations are happening here? How many do you see? Emilio, 2. Good. Okay, so we have something happening right here, and we have something happening right here. What is my parent function? Who sees it? When I strip away these transformations, what am I left with? This is important, don't miss this. Y equals X, and that is my parent function. It's my linear parent function. The first one we did. Okay, on your parent function page, right? Okay, so we're just dealing with Y equals X. This is our pre-image right here. This is Y equals X, the blue one, okay? Now they're telling us to reflect it. When I do not have parentheses, when I do not have absolute value bars, when I do not have a radicand, anything that happens here is affecting my Y values. Logan, did you get that? Okay. So what am I doing here? This plus 2 tells me what? Will. You want to help him out? be right, but there's no parentheses, so that's what's happening to the y. So it's just what? Up to. That's a great call out though. Because it's not in parentheses, this is affecting my y values. So what's happening over here? All negatives are reflections. Since there's no parentheses, we're going to consider this reflection to be outside and affecting the y value. So which reflection impacts my y values? Call it out loud, somebody. Which axis? X-axis. Okay, over the x-axis, because this affects y values. Does everybody see that? You guys go like this if you're completely lost. Not thumbs down. I just want one of these or a thumbs up. Okay. So you have to find what the parent function is, okay? And unless you keep going back and forth to that front of that sheet where it has the 6 parent functions, you notice that there weren't any absolute value bars here. There was not a radicand. There were no parentheses and a squared, okay? It was just an X. When I took away the transformations, I just had an X. Okay? And this told me to go up to, because it wasn't in parentheses or under a radical or inside my absolute value bars, that means that this is happening to my Y. Also, this was happening to my Y, and that's a reflection over the X-axis. So my 2 transformations are these 2. All right, let's look at number 2. Did you write all that down? Make sure you're taking notes if you don't have notes. All right, let's look at the next one. How many transformations do we see here? Grant, what's my parent function? Okay, well, you need to know. So let's figure it out. What do you see there? That might give it away. Look at your parent function sheet in your notes. Look, we know that this is a transformation. We know this is a transformation. When I strip all of those things away, what am I left with? X what? With the 3. So look at your parent. What parent function is that? Cubic function. Okay, guys? Okay, look at your parent function sheet. Up here. And when we strip it all down, we're left with x cubed. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
When we take away all the transformations, we're left with x cubed. You guys see that? You know that this is part of the transformation. You know x plus or minus is part of the transformation. If I take all this away, what do I have left? I have y equals x cubed, right? If I take this away and I take this away, that's my parent function. Okay? That's the thing we're going to be transforming. This is our pre-image. Okay? What does it mean if I'm within my parentheses and I'm adding 1? Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the left one.
You're going to go to the left one. Awesome. That takes care of this. Now, what about that thing outside to the left? Look on your notes. Heard from. Give me an answer on this one. Look at your notes. What's happening right here? What's the A mean, Michael? it's a stretch or a shrink. Okay, how do we know if it's a stretch or a shrink? If it's greater than 1, it's gonna get bigger. If it's less than 1, it's going to get smaller, right? 2/3 is what? Less than 1. Okay, so we're gonna have a shrink or a compression by a factor of 2/3. Okay, which means we're gonna squish this thing down. So when you graph it, graph this, then graph this, you should see the change. You should see the transformation. Okay, everybody put it in. See it? How are you doing here, guys? You doing okay with this? Is it getting better? I can tell nobody's having fun, but that's okay. It's not that fun. It's fun when you start figuring it
used to
out,
be
though.
fun.
I think it's stop.
Okay, work on 3 and 4 for a minute on your own, and then we'll, I'll give you a couple minutes, and then we'll go through
That
them
was with
together.
you.
Raise your hand if you have questions. Say it again.
A connection. As we taste into each other's eyes.
So because that is a 4, that's greater than 1, you're gonna say a stretch of 4, a vertical 4. And then remember, negatives are reflections. And you have a reflection, you have a side, what's that mean? A reflection over which axis? The X. Okay, make sure you have that in your notes. Like, let me just make sure, like, in your notes, you wanna make sure it's clear. Make sure you write like a reflection, like put a negative here, and then just say reflection over x. There's a negative on here. Question? Yes, good job. Same here. Negative on the inside? Yeah. By 3. But this is 1, this plus 1 is up. It's only what's underneath, the radical or inside the absolute value or in there, that's not. I want you to see your last thing. There was 2 things there. That was absolute value. We went to the right, you stretched by 4, you missed that negative. That's what I just want to see if you have it in your Make sure, over here, on the right, you put a negative, you make an arrow and say reflect over, X. Yes. Okay, did you do this? So you can't do it.
Thank you.
Well, you said reflects over x-axis.
Sorry?
You said reflects over what?
X-axis. Yes. You feel the bathroom? You can go in 1 second.
I was curious how the first one was a reflection over X. I don't get it.
Well, that one's like a little confusing because you know how all of these have like an absolute value bar or a radical or like parentheses. When it doesn't have any of those things, it's considered to be outside, as if it's outside of the parentheses. And anything outside of the parentheses is going to affect your y value. So you have to reflect over the x-axis to change your y's. If you draw it out and you reflect 1 point over
It's just when I look at like how this keep thinking like it looks like it's just like kind of going over.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Type in just y equals negative x and y equals x. Because it's kind of an exception. I'll be back there, you two. If you reflected it over this, because it's a perfect x, if you reflect it either way, it looks the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Question?
Okay, x plus 3 and then plus 4. What's your background?
Since that C5 location is greater than 1, I'm going to fraction of this stretch. Anything over 1 will be a stretch. But if it's a fraction of 1/3, it's going to be a stretch. Okay? This one, it's part of the original, it's part of the parent function, because the parent function is x squared.
You don't reflect over any big ones? It's the same thing.
Yeah, because it's a cube function. Yeah, keep looking at your parent functions to make sure you're checking them. I'll be right there, I'm just gonna go over here and then over there.
Of what you like.
It covers and then this one says vertical stretching for. Vertical stretching.
No.
Bro, you know something.
And then it's negative. I'll be right back. Girls?
Hey, hello.
Do I have any girls out right now? When she comes back from the water, you can go to the bathroom, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna do number 3 on the board. I did 1 and 2, right? I'm gonna do 3 on the board. Okay, so we have f of x. Remember, f of x just means the same thing as y. You guys are doing much better with this, I can tell. Okay, so when I strip away all the stuff that is a transformation, what am I left with? What's my parent function here? You see how that's what's left? Okay. So what's my first transformation? What does x minus 2 mean? Asher. Yep. Good job. You're gonna move right. 2. What does just the 4 by itself mean? Yes. Yes. Then we have a vertical stretch by 4. Because it's greater than 1, it's a stretch. And then lastly, I have this negative sign outside. So what does that negative sign mean when it's on the outside? Perfect. It's a reflection. We know all negatives are reflections, but because it's outside the parentheses, it's a reflection over the x-axis. Starting to get the rhythm of this a little bit? All right, I'll leave that up there for 10 more seconds. Make sure you have it written down correctly, so when you study your notes, you have it. All right, now I want to look at the next one, number 4. Make sure you have that, okay? So the next one is f of x, which simply means y, equals 5 over 2. X, and then minus 2. Okay. Again, let's strip away anything that looks like it might be a transformation. And what are we left with? We're left with our parent function, which is the square root of x. Okay, so you're always going to graph your parent function so you can see the pre-image and then the image. Okay, so when it says minus 2 outside of the radicand or outside of the parentheses, what does that mean? Yeah, we're going to go down 2. Very good. And then if I have a 5 over 2 outside, what does it mean? It's going to be a what? A stretch. Very good. Since this is more than 1, this is going to be a stretch, a vertical stretch by 5 over 2. What that means is that all your y values get multiplied by 5 over 2 and they get bigger. Okay? Make sure you graph this and you graph this to see the change. All right, you guys, look at 5 and 6. The only way to get good at this is by doing reps. Michael, walk me through this one. Write it on yours, okay? Write that down.
Because I know sometimes minus is going what, sometimes it's going down.
So when it's a negative, just divide itself from that. That's a reflection. When it's inside with the x, and it's x minus a 2, that's moving the x value to the right. When it's outside like this, minus 2, that's a shift down. Right, if this is minus 2, that k value is shifting it down.
Yeah.
But if there's a negative in front of the x, or a negative in front of the x, if it's a negative in front of the x, you're reflecting over the y-axis. If there's a negative in front of the a, you're reflecting over the x-axis. So I would write those in your notes. Write a little negative here, reflecting over the y-axis.
So a negative standing alone is a reflection. If it's inside of the question.
Well, if it's an x minus something, shifting it right. And if it's a minus here, it's just shifting it. Just remember, this negative out here is all right. Guys, I'm getting some really great questions, and then after people are asking me their questions, I feel like things are really coming together. Somebody asked me, they said there's a lot of minuses. I don't understand what all the minuses mean. Okay, so let's go over those really quickly. I can have a minus out here. Okay, this minus means what? This negative means what? It's not minusing anything. It's a negative there, isn't it? That's a reflection. Okay? Make sure you know the difference. Make sure in your notes that you write reflection here. That's a reflection over the x-axis. If I have a minus in here, there, that's just a, shift right by 3. You see the difference? One is 8 minus 3 and the other is a negative. That negative is a reflection.
So would it be the same for like if it's x plus 3, it's shifting to the left?
If it was x plus 3, it would be, yes, shifting to the left. It would be the opposite. Just what happens in there is opposite.
Okay,
Just that plus and minus.
thank you.
And then obviously if this said minus 1, that would be shifting it down. Okay? There's also a situation where you might see a negative here. And if there's a negative there, that's also a reflection. What do you think that's a reflection of? If that one's over the x-axis, what do you think this one is over? The y-axis. Okay? Those are the two reflections you might see. All right. I think we're gonna pause here. Okay? We're gonna go over more of this tomorrow on our review day. Those of you who have not finished your Delta math, I want you to work on that now, or you can work on the rest of the sheet, okay? But I need all of your Delta math has to be done, okay? Or else you're gonna get an incomplete grade. And you guys, this is an easy 100 to get just for the first unit on your homework. Okay? Every single one of you can still get a 100 for your homework, but you gotta get into Delta Math and do your work. And it'd be really nice to average 100 in the quiz.
Wait, so are we done?
So go to your classes. Yeah, but we said,
Anything in there is due.
that's not, I thought it was only like
Okay. What? So you're talking about last year.
Wait, I was talking.
You guys, look at your past dues, okay? Make sure you did any assignments I've assigned. It's up to you to go in there and do anything that's assigned. Yeah.
This
Yes? You went to the bathroom, right? Did you find it?
She said, yeah, I forgot. I have to go to the.
Somebody say something? Okay, I'll be over in a minute. X plus 7, what do you have? Okay. Now, that's it.
I'm live. I'm live.
Guys, go into your Delta maps, please. Look in your past dues and your dues and anything in there.
See, I can just wait.
Oh, that's okay. As long as your application is there, I'll see it.
What is this?
So why? Because I was bored.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if
No,
I
I said, should I move to the back? I said, should I? They didn't call me.
Wait, who are these people?
They're my subscribers.
Okay, good. Guys, I want you to do all of these because this will all help you for your test on Friday. So that's why I'm giving you this opportunity now.
Could you just check them?
Yeah, with my subscribers.
Yo, so I'm hot.
Did you check these two when I went over them?
I couldn't be able to talk on the stream. I wouldn't be talking, but like I was in the front. Damn.
This is all good.
Oh my god, we're going. They go crazy.
I love the handwriting.
This is so nice.
What is this name?
That's why you do this. This is Albert's book. Albert's right now.
I don't know. I said, but at first, I was just live just because, and then I'm like, I started with the views,
Is she? The papers are
and then all of a sudden someone came in. I'm like, oh, and then all of a sudden people started joining. How many views do I have right now?
She's so pretty. Oh my god, thank you guys. No, I said green. Well, this is what? You meant to?
No, I
never have said.
I didn't actually I signed up for it and they made it.
Had.
Because it's. I'm not always
I had it in my bag.
Oh!
Yeah, I think this should be not to this way for some reason.
I did take her 17 minutes to describe the one missing, like one problem, and she kept going back to it. And then she flew over, so it's actually summer.
I like signed up for I signed up for
They just have a free chip. It's free bag. Well, I'm not asking for bag, I'm asking for one.
slapping normally.
Yo, what? Please, that guy need. Yo,
But they let me do
don't play. I need this.
I got like an 82 on Stanford now for
She's so nice.
Oh, you have to like.
Why are they lying?
Like what?
They said she's so
You
nice.
have to like qualify? Who's she?
I don't need qualifications.
I thought you could just do it.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. I didn't apologize. I'm sorry. Well, ask me. You're right.
I mean, wait.
You have YouTube on your phone? Can I check the, go to my
Do you
channel?
work?
I need to see how many subscribers I have.
Why can't you go on? Oh, there's 5. Thank you.
Well, more people coming in and out. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me see. As I end it, I'll probably see like 150 with it. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people join.
And this is
Hold
actually
up.
not a
Where
real
can I
one.
see that? I'll look it on my phone.
Just fun fact before we get to there. Okay, what are you looking at? What do you need help with?
I swear I thought we did all these together.
What do you just say? RIGNNN. Guys, in the corner where I erased the fraud.
Class is actually almost over.
Is that what you're gonna do?
We have like 14 more minutes. So, yo, Zaddy. Yo, what? Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Did you miss to say right?
Right. you ever had Krispy Kreme?
Yeah.
Was it crispy? Right.
It's that's salty. It's too
Girl, you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I'm not talking
What are you talking
I'm talking about the actual donut. Bro, I'm done.
You thought I was genuinely asking you about this?
I don't know.
She said it's salty. Oh, it's cute. It's cool. Did you have my laugh? I confident.
I hope that was in your podcast.
You guys, you're not doing your homework. I hate to tell you this, but I'm gonna have to reach out to your parents, parent emails tomorrow and phone calls. So if you're not doing your work, or if you didn't do well on your first 2 quizzes, there's gonna be a little communication with your parent, okay? Just to kind of let them know where you're at, what I'm seeing in the classroom, okay? And then if you didn't do well on your quizzes, but you've done 0 to 20% of your homework, that might explain a little something too, okay? I'll explain it here, but then you've got to practice it and come back with questions, okay? Just want to let you know, give you a heads up, okay? Yes.
Okay. I know she's so
And just so you know, nobody came to see me at lunch today. Very
See her
cool,
at
you're
lunch?
coming for extra help.
First one we did.
I look at how around the place. I'm not gonna lie.
You knew I hate your computer. It's so ugly.
It's so
She's
new.
still out.
It's so fresh. And it's
Mine's
kind of like
middle
so
school.
Just give her one more minute, okay?
It looks like the ones
And then I'll
I
physically go in the bathroom.
Remember those? The second grade ones?
Yes.
This one's
Oh,
different.
this one we had Alex though. That was at least
Are we too old for you?
back in kindergarten.
Back in 1978.
See, I don't understand this. Okay. It's been years since the teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that. Oh, it's four. Oh, it's four.
Just do it.
It goes like 1000, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm right.
Would it be a 5?
It'd be 6. Okay, the range is brackets. So can you do this while I'm doing this, or are you just gonna watch me?
I'm learning by watching.
But you already know how to do all this stuff. Do this. I'm being color right now. Why am I gonna pay for this? Guys, I think I'm getting a car this week.
A car.
Yeah. I have car keys on my thing, but it's just because I'm performative. I actually don't have a car. And Alyssa asked me, she was like, Emily, you have a car? It was my mom's spare keys. And I was like, yes. She still thinks I have a car.
I should start doing that too. Just give me that.
Yeah.
I look at doing
just
my
put some
permit.
random
Stop.
grown woman, by the way. I'm getting
Whoa, I am 16. That is
Grown.
not grown. No, I'm 16.
You could have a license.
No. It won't come out because my friend that says, permit. She's done it like 3-4 times. She's failing.
Dude, the test was so easy. Mine was like, which side of the road do you drive on?
Right.
Which one is the gas pedal? Like, it was so easy. The people getting like the drug questions, I was like, I can't do that.
Drug question.
Yeah, they're like, which Tylenol for the insane. I'm just gonna test.
What?
Do you think she's gonna get it tomorrow?
I really hope she
Another
does.
test.
I really hope she does because she already has the cards. She should
See
be driving without a permit.
Yeah, I already have a car too, but I have my permits. What car do you have? I have one in Ford. My brother has a car.
I really like yours, but usually like if he's gonna get robbed.
Oh, but the newer Fords are good. My brother has an option. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But he only had like 2 months until he got his new. It was like
Once my sister starts driving in August, then I get it. Well, not a car, I'm getting my dad's. What's your dad's number?
Yeah. Nah.
I think I'm getting a car this week.
Why? And I said 6'7". Bro. Bro.
See, I'll do like they just actually no, you kind of give me like
I was really close to car.
maybe like mom and mine. My dad was like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she said the 30.
Well, usually I actually
Jasmine.
I was originally gonna
It's
get
a girl.
my dad's Suburban.
What a, who is Jasmine?
You guys, in addition to this, can you see your
She says
quizzes? Like when you go in, can you see the problems?
No.
If you can't? No. Okay, I'm gonna make it so you can see.
I'm gonna go live I'm gonna
Those
go
of you
live
that
in
are
this class
done with
every
all
single
your
day.
homework, you can do your quiz corrections,
Because like
okay?
it's
And then you
boring
can
and
hand those
stuff. I
in
can finally get more
tomorrow
finally
or
get people to talk to.
Thursday.
I see Courtney is dumb. It's just it.
Tomorrow or
He's
Friday,
dumb.
I'm sorry, and
He does not know
then
what he's
you can
doing.
get half your credit back. But do a good job, okay? If the number was, if the answer was 2 and you put 3, just don't write 2. Tell me why it's 2. What did you do incorrectly? What did you learn from it,
Yeah,
okay?
believe, bro.
But if it's gives you the right answer, I want you to understand what you did.
I was supposed to.
The shield. No.
I was supposed to get my dad's car, but then my mom was like, she said that it's too flashy for my first car. I was like, some people don't. They're really flashy. I think she just showed it.
Yeah, did you go?
Yeah, no, 'cause- well, she
I literally
didn't
asked her a
like,
question
what
first.
happened.
What did she do?
I didn't really care what class I was in. I never had a nice car until now. I was like, okay.
Don't you want to get your children?
Mr. Boss said one. I don't know why he said 100,000.
School Monday.
No school Monday. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I just think that's a different issue.
Wait,
Now she knows.
You guys should always try, even if you got a 96, I would do the correction.
I have a question.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry.
It doesn't even give me my score. Like, oh, I wish I could get a free check.
It won't tell you. I'll let you.
Sorry, we got a free one.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like those. I like.
Chat said yay
So,
from at college.
You can't, it's too late.
You what?
I've like, I've got
That's a super big.
that's only
I didn't mind it. Dude, my.
I love driving.
Have you done them all?
I tried.
Oh wait, that's the answer. Thank you.
One of them that is
Well, you need to figure it out.
Good. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'm gonna sit back here.
Unless
Wait,
you're happy
who's this
with an 85, or you can ask me questions.
No, yeah, I'm busy. I was on my phone. I would be getting way more views. If I can't use my phone.
It's gonna get weighted against your quizzes. Don't you want to boost quizzes?
I think I'm supposed to be good at the 90 times, but I don't know. Oh,
I don't know your grades at all.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know off the
Okay.
top of my head, but I would just want to get 100 wherever I could get.
Stream ends in 5 minutes.
oh, you saw my paper.
That's what I'm gonna change.
Oh.
Wait, do you have mine? Oh.
We're just looking at
Wait,
you.
I don't know.
Did I take or not take the quiz? When are you taking it?
This is what I was trying to do to you. Wait.
Oh.
Why is it not letting me? Oh, this is. Do you like basketball?
I like Stop and Shake.
Do you like? Because you like chipping.
What's the flip? The one with the half face bar?
No, that's.
Yeah. I only know Chelsea.
She said, "What's your name?" I don't know how to. You just chat for a second. I don't know how to.
Oh.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Until what?
I can really talk about it now, because she said it was done. That's what she said about the concessions. How, I think
Did you?
because she got the chocolate.
Yeah, it's a lot of food.
I really don't know the difference between Lynn and Katie.
They kind of look alike, but one looks like a masked lesbian.
Yes, I know.
Wait, what?
The mask lesbian one. Is that Liv? Oh, Liv is so mean.
I need to communicate with you.
I actually like
It was so mean. Me and Kendall were holding cheers in the hallway. In the comments.
It's giving military
We
vibes.
can't be in the comments
Thank
anymore.
you, yes.
She came over to us.
That's very true.
The first
They're
time,
making fun of your
the
outfit.
second time,
What?
Yeah, Katie came over and she was like, she pulled up the actual
Military
thing
vibes.
and showed us.
I was in
Oh,
army.
we're literally giving cheers. We're literally gonna put cheers on.
I pretty.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. And
Hey,
last,
girl.
I don't know, she's kind of, she just looks.
last
fun
year. I
and
actually
she's
really liked
Jasmine,
it.
you're so nice.
Not for football
I
season.
don't
For
think it was last year. Or was it?
Guys, we're about to go to school.
Everyone got in trouble.
guys, really.
Yo, I'm posting when I get home.
What are you posting?
I'm gonna,
For AI stuff?
post. Nah. Well, actually, maybe, but I'm gonna post on. What do you call it? I'm gonna post more dance videos.
And
Like basketball?
no,
Oh.
and someone.
You guys, I will make sure you can
And she
see
told
your
me-
quiz assignments for tonight for those of you.
Yo, got in stream.
Corrections. Remember, those corrections have to be.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bye, guys.
I'll go live at.
And football. I don't remember. Kendall wasn't here last year.
Pardon, Ryder, if you take the second round, yeah, we're at the end of the common.
I don't know. I mean, I was on the team. Can you walk that way? Yeah. We have to wait for someone. Sailor. I don't know.
Well, that was a good stream, I'm not gonna lie.
How was your